So this is the craziest like finish or like comeback story. So he lost to this guy 3 times, okay, in different like competitions. 2 times in like I think like once in kickboxing, once in like Muay Thai maybe or something like that, and then he lost to him in the UFC. He lost his title to him. So when he was fighting him the first time, I was like, okay, like maybe it's different, right? There's wrestling, whatever. But then he knocked him out, and it was like, ooh, I don't know if you can beat this guy, bro. You beat him like 3 times, you know? And then last night's one, he kept kicking him in the legs, and then Stylebender was like compromised, and you're like, oh, okay, you just can't. There's just certain people you just can't win against, right? So then he was playing this like defensive position where he let him come in, and like he was like getting beat up, right? And all of a sudden he used that range to hit him in the face, and then he hit him again, and he just flatlined him cold. And then when he hit him on the ground, you know, like when you knock somebody out, you keep hammer fisting them just to make sure like it's over. So the hammer fist was more of like a relief. Like when you see the video, you see what I mean. Right. It's like you could it wasn't like a malice, like let me not. It was like a kid who like went through his video game controller. It wasn't when you see it, you'll be like, oh, I get what you mean. And then he stood up and then he shot him with like fake arrows and was like, because like he was like, oh, the hunter has become the hunted. Because he was hunting Adesanya wherever he went, right? And then he finally defeated him. And then like his speech at the end was about like never giving up. He's like, I watched too much anime to like know that it's not over. But it was crazy because even I was like, oh, it's done. Like there's no way you're gonna beat this guy. Because it was like you kicked out his legs, you compromised him. But then what he was saying in the post fight was like he was baiting him in. So he needed him to come close so he could hit him with the punch, right? So that's why he's acting like he was getting knocked around against the cage, but like that distance allowed him to like knock. It was just when you see the emotion, you'll see what I mean. Because like you're like big into like emotional moments, but just the way he like threw his hand, it wasn't even a fist. It was like a slap, like yes, and then he got up and he was like he friggin' won. He's like he was running around the ring.
Yeah, like yes! it was like something. It's been on his mind for a long time. Right, that's what
like this guy beat you so many times, right? Yeah, it was so sick. And then what was really cool. I didn't know UFC did this, but like they posted photos of it, right? And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then when I clicked on it, like Twitter's amazing because it like lets you upload the full image. So it was a 4K photo, and I was like, wait a minute, 4K. So I downloaded it. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna frame this. It's like so high res because like I guess they just sent the actual photo to the Twitter guy and then he like posted it. But when they put it on like Instagram, it renders down. But Twitter, like it stays there. Yeah, so I'm gonna frame that photo. It was so perfect. Just like him standing. It's gonna be like one of those. You ever see that Muhammad Ali where he's standing over the guy and he's got one arm down? It's gonna be one of those moments, man. Like for real. Like when you see it, you'll know what I mean because it was like sheer happiness. But anyways.